Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220, KHTS. The host Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Taylor Kellstrom. Taylor is one of the owners of SCV Book Exchange and certainly a volunteer and leader in our city. I want to say an up-and-comer, but he's really not up-and-coming because he's doing things now, which is fabulous. I love it. Sometimes people call me an up-and-comer, but I guess that's who's saying it, right? It depends on the age of the person saying
definitely,
it.
right?
So, but I'm proud of this young man. He's done some great things for our city. And let's talk about SCV Book Exchange. I love the idea. I love competition, by the way. I'm on the COC Foundation board, so certainly we want low prices for our students. We want to support the school. Competition is good when it comes to books. And tell me about what your product is.
Well, basically, we're an off-campus textbook store for COC students. We started 5 years ago. We buy and sell used textbooks, and we just started doing rentals, so that will drive down the price a lot as well. So you could buy a book and then try and sell it, but sometimes, the school or the bookstores, they do change editions, and then you're stuck with the book. So being able to rent the book, the profit margin, you're going to save a lot more money doing that, because if the book does change, you're not stuck with it, and then it becomes our problem. And like I said, we started 5 years ago. We're located where Mulligan's Bar is, in that shopping center, so we're literally half
Good old
a mile.
Mulligan's. That's been there since I was a kid.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from a lot of people, so I usually use them to direct where we are, because we're kind of tucked back there, but we're right off Tournament Road.
Yep. By the Lutheran Church there, and all those medical dentists and all those offices right there. I want to ask you about the cost. How much can you save versus buying a new book when you look at one semester, let's say 4 classes, and 1 to 2 books a class?
Yeah, I mean, depending on which particular book it is, if it's a more expensive book, I mean, we could save you 20 to 40% compared to anywhere else. And, obviously if it's a cheaper book, then the price savings won't be as high as that. But even if you're saving $20, $30 a book, you got 5 books you got to buy, it's $200 right there in savings. And we'll be able to buy them back for more money, so you'll get more money coming to us when you sell them.
Interesting concept was a lot of people would say, well, sometimes you buy a used book, it's got little stars here and there and some quotes. As a student, I'm sorry, but I always liked it when someone did that because something must have triggered in them for them to do that. So I always kind of liked used books. You would see what someone's thinking as they read along. I was never misled, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I know it helps out a lot of students doing that, like buying books that are used where you can see the underlining. Doesn't mean don't review it and just go off of them, but it definitely helps,
There's a reason why someone put that there. Yeah. Tell me about online books. Do we see that happening in the future? Is there a trend towards that so that you can get it on your iPad and rent it there? What is the trend?
Personally, I don't think that the ebooks are that great. As far as you can rent the book, actual physical copy of the book cheaper than you can download the book. So with that being said too, you can write in it, highlight it, find it. The ebooks, you're going to save more money renting it than you are actually buying an ebook. And it's not really like a novel. With a textbook, you want to be able to review notes and flip through the book and stuff. So luckily for us that hasn't become a huge trend.
Yeah, and it's a good reference when you have the actual book.
Definitely. You can bring it with you anywhere. You don't have to worry about a charger to charge your iPad and trying to get Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. So
1 or 2 tips for the students out there that are looking for books and supplies.
Definitely come in early. We sell out pretty quick because our prices are so cheap. So come in most of the time, the first couple of days of semester starting. And when you're done with your books, definitely the second you're done with them and finals, bring them in. That's when we give our highest rate. We can go up to almost 50-60% of what you paid for that book if you come in early before we start filling up.
Great. And one more time, the location, address?
We're at 25864 Tournament Road, Unit B and C, Valencia, California, and you can check out our website, thescvbookexchange.com, or follow us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram for any discounts. We do that all the time.
SCV Book Exchange. We have 1 more minute left. I want to ask you about some of the personal stuff you do, charities you do, things you're involved in.
About a year ago, I joined the board of Circle of Hope, and it's been a great process with Ray Tibbin and all them.
Ray's a good man, very good man.
Definitely. I've learned a lot from him.
Dante Costa's on that board. He just got Tammy Edwards is on the board, and there's some great people on that board.
And actually, Alex Havizi from the Magazine of Santa Clarita just joined our board,
Yes,
so
Alex
that's
is a wonderful
awesome.
guy, yeah.
Awesome to have him a part of us. And I do a lot of charity work growing up. I used to race motocross
You
professionally.
did. That was your big claim to fame recently is the motorcycle racing.
Yeah, I did that, and I got hurt, so I decided to do a couple charity events for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, and they recently nominated me for a second year for Santa Clarita Man of the Year. So it's just been a great process of helping other people. I've been very blessed in my life, so to be able to give back to people a little less fortunate or going through some hard times definitely goes a long way, and it's very satisfying and makes me happy to see other people happy.
Yeah, that's great. And you're also in real estate?
Yep, I just got my real estate license a couple months ago. I just signed with West Ranch Properties, so if anybody's looking for some property or some houses, definitely give me a call, 661-714-8915, or you can email me at taylorkellstrom271@hotmail.com.
Taylor, young kid, aggressive, gives back to the community. Get involved. Support his book exchange, support his charities, and if you need some property, certainly go see Taylor. Well, hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.